Today's best favorite animal is Chichihua.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah. Hi, welcome to Page to Stage.
Where the books write the script.
And we set the scene. I'm Emma.
And I'm Maddie.
And I caught her in the middle of drinking some water.
Yeah, what the heck?
It's a day of surprises. I'm looking for our predictions from this book because today
Oh, good.
we are covering the
Ballad of Falling Dragons.
There it is. Ballad of Falling Dragons by
Sarah A. Parker.
Sarah A. Parker.
And I think it's safe to say that we both really liked it.
Yes, I would agree that it was a little bit slow at first.
Yeah.
However, then I got to a certain point and I was like, let's do it.
I feel like I really liked how it had so many little, like, side quests, kind of.
Yeah, I was in once they all kind of came together.
Yeah.
Once all of a sudden, what is her name?
Kizari?
Nope, Khan's sister.
Vea.
Vea, there we go. Once Vea ended up in prison with Kizari,
Yeah.
and then from there, you know, like we heard that the Scavenger King is also the head of the order that Rave is like bloodbound to.
Okay.
Like that was a moment where I was like, oh,
Yeah.
we're all here.
Yeah. I feel like I forgot that in the first book they talked about her being bloodbound because it never came up again.
Right.
They
right.
wanted you to forget.
They wanted you to forget about it so that when Serene, is that Serene? I think that's her name. When
Sure.
she all of a sudden calls Rave back
Yeah.
and like,
And I absolutely did forget. It blindsided me.
yes, it was like, oh,
Yeah.
there she is. And she was like, I'm going to murder you if you don't go kill this target.
Which is crazy.
Yes.
Like,
And then the target ending up being a 9-year-old. Insane.
insane. Yeah. Especially because she's having all these like motherly feelings all book.
Yes.
Like her body
Well,
knows she's a mom.
Yes. And when they end up with Avi, that little found family of her, Khan, and Avi is so freaking sweet. Because Avi, I mean, he's going to be really important in the next book, I think.
Of course. Is it just 3?
I think so. I think
Okay.
that's what the internet says, is that it's just 3. But Avi's going to be so important in the next book because he has this weird otherworldly ability to do all of these crazy rune things.
Oh,
like
good.
he is super duper tethered by all the rules of the world, it seems.
Yeah.
And so like when he broke her blood bond, Avi just like he had this ability to do that. And they realize, you know, when Khan and Rave find out that Kizari, sorry, so many names.
There is a lot of
There are
names.
so many
There's
names.
a lot of characters.
There are so many characters and
all
so
of
many
them get
points of view.
POVs.
Okay. Let's talk about Pyrox's audiobook reader.
Yeah, crazy.
Why does he sound like that?
Why does he sound like that? That man is a tenor. I'm so sorry.
My favorite part is when he talks, and I can hear, you know, that guy on TikTok or on Instagram or wherever you get your reels, that he's like, today's best favorite animal is Chichihua.
No.
Yes, that's what he sounds like. You've never seen that?
I've never seen
Today's
that.
best favorite animal is Chichihua.
I mean,
Chichihuas are here, and they do this, and they do that, and they have really big feelings for their little tiny bodies. That's what I heard the entire time.
I mean, that is what he sounds like, just like 4 octaves down for no reason.
I did find myself laughing out loud many a time because
Oh,
he's
of
like
course.
raising this baby dragon that
Yeah.
Avi has found. Avi's like, here you go. I need someone to take care of this dragon while we go on this like adventure.
And I love when you get a book and they're just like, here, have this chaos baby.
Yes, chaos baby, and then with him and Essie taking care of this chaos
Yeah.
baby together.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Essie coming back from the dead. I just kind of assumed we were done with her.
Yeah, I mean,
because we hadn't heard about her.
That seems totally fair. I think I told you that I thought she had just like faked her death.
Yeah.
But this is so much crazier.
I mean, maybe she did, but I
Maybe
don't
she
think so.
did.
But then, like, if you think about when she died and she was like, make sure I go up in flames, like, don't let me die cold.
Right.
And then, like, she did light the whole house on fire. And then, like, when she came back from that battle in the mists, There were some really cool moments in the mists that reminded me of this D&D campaign I played
Okay.
not too long ago, where we had the mist situation,
Yeah.
where like you don't really know what direction is what, and there's different things happening, and like the mists are discombobulating,
And it's a cool thing to do as a like rhetorical effect to demonstrate like the way that people are feeling.
yes, no, I like it too. It's very like symbolic in a
Yeah.
lot of ways. Very cool stuff. Yeah, I mean, overall, I really, really enjoyed this book.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't sure, the first one I thought was good.
Yeah,
But
but
it-
it was so long that
Yes.
even though we liked it, I think we were struggling.
Well, and I think in the last episode, and I don't remember if I cut it or not, but I do remember you saying that you thought this was going to be an epic fantasy,
I did.
and it ended up being romantasy. The
Yeah.
second one, epic fantasy.
Right.
Like,
Because
they're
already in love.
because they're already in love. There
like
were some
they've
good moments.
been basically married the
The
whole time.
The whole time. And because, oh my God, when Kazari's stone man came to life.
I was fucking right!
Only kinda.
By the way, I'll take it,
Only
though.
kinda.
I know, but I'll take it.
Okay. Yeah, he was personified for a second.
Yeah.
He did almost cause all of the moons to fall to the ground.
Right, which it, like, sucks in universe, but for my purposes, it makes me right.
Yeah, and then he, like, was like, oh, you're her mom. Okay, you can have her. And then, like, was, like, allowed that to happen and stopped the moons from falling. When Rave's brother's moon fell, though, heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
That's the problem, I think, with, like, visibly sending your family members up into the sky.
Yeah, I don't think it happens as often.
No, I mean, because his dragon took him.
Yeah. That was also so sad when Raigon died, and Khan
Why was that allowed?
I don't know, but when Khan was also almost dead, and he, like, asked Raigon to take them to the sky, but Raigon didn't have the strength to, like, get him up there.
Yeah.
And so he just, like, died and solidified on the ground.
Yeah.
Absolutely crushing.
He deserved so much better.
So much better.
I loved Raigon. I sent you a text, like,
Yes.
maybe chapter 20,
Yeah.
and I told you that I wanted the dragons to be able to talk so that we could have, like, a Taryn type
Yes.
POV
Yes.
for Raigon.
Yes.
Because I love him.
I agree.
That's a dad.
That is a dad.
That's
and
everyone's father.
Slatra is such a mom.
Yeah.
Like, her as the other. I love when she talks to Khan through Rave, and she's like, hello, mate of my precious one.
Yeah.
And she just, like, calls Rave her precious one all the time. Oh, and then I loved, what was her name? Lily. Nope. Leary. There we go. I loved Leary. She was just a sweet baby.
She was just a
too.
baby.
She was just
Was she a baby? Or was she, like, just a baby?
I
You know?
think she was a baby. Like, I think she was young. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think she's, like, a baby because, like...
Right, but she actually was young.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Well, and malnourished. And so who's to say... Like, ugh, stupid
And
Rex Zaros.
abused. Yeah,
Okay,
fuck
so
that guy.
that was a one that prediction that I'm glad I got wrong.
Yeah.
Because they killed that guy immediately.
Yeah.
He
You
was-
when you told me you thought he was alive, I was like, I think that's fair game, but God, I hope not.
I hope not too. I was like, listen, when you don't show me the death of a person on page,
You have to assume.
I always assume that is not happening.
Right. I mean, it really depends on the kind of media too.
Yes.
Like if you're watching like a 2010 CW show and somebody dies, no, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Or like superhero media of any
Oh
kind,
my God.
not
The
dead.
amount of times people quote unquote die in the Vampire Diaries,
Yeah, they're not dead.
they're not dead.
You,
Except when they are.
Yeah, and you would ask me sometimes, you'd be like, are you so sad? And I'd be like, they're not dead. And then they like were.
They would be dead. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd be like, this bitch has already died twice. And you're like, well, you know, third time's the charm. Like, she dead.
She's super dead this time. You predicted that Rave's relationship with Kazari is going to be super awkward, but Khan will be thrilled to be her dad.
Yeah.
Khan is thrilled to be her dad.
I mean, of course.
but he was like there was that moment where he said something along the lines of, if only, like, it was when they all thought they were gonna die, you know. And he
Right.
was like, Kazari will never know that every moment since she's been born, I wished she was mine.
yeah.
And it was like, oh.
yeah.
But she and Rave did not really have any sort of interaction because Kazari was dying the whole time.
right.
So, like, she was dying the whole time. And so when they finally escape, like, she's still unconscious, asleep, resting from all this torture that the
Yeah.
Scavenger King put her under. Like, it's not, we haven't gotten to see that yet.
I still kind of feel like it's going to be true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know that I can be awarded like any any prediction points for...
Yeah, you did. I mean, I'm gonna give you the point for what's his face.
Yeah, you have to.
Kalis. I don't have to, because what you said is they are going to turn the essence of the Ether Stone into a person. But that's not what happens. He just emerges randomly to take down the world to protect Kazari, and then poof, goes away.
So you think the problem, because I think I specified not person, but like, you know,
Yeah.
physical essence. But you think the problem is that I thought they'd do it on purpose and he just like
emerged. I'm gonna give you the point.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
What is my other one?
The queen who helped Rave is her cousin or something. The queen who helped Rave is Pyrock's sister.
Oh.
So
Right.
I think if I read that right, she's Pyrock's sister.
I guess that checks out.
But why?
But why?
Yeah, I agree.
Also,
Yeah.
like, somebody's pumping out a lot of siblings.
Oh my god. Yeah, because Pyrock has his other sibling.
Yeah.
Then, like, in that book too. So there's at least 3 of them.
I feel like they mentioned more. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay, here were my predictions. I said Kazari will be the catalyst of the entire book and we'll get a POV of hers. She was not the catalyst for this book.
No, but we got a
did
POV.
get her POV.
Yeah.
It was not nearly as frequent as I thought it was going to be.
No. And it was not particularly like...
No, it was like, I'm being tortured. And I have, when she had Nay, the little like
Yeah.
lark that from her mom, when she had written like, I need you. And like, we find out in this book that like, it was Kazari who wrote it. I think we
Right.
kind of knew that.
No,
but,
we
like,
knew that. Come on.
But like, not like, we didn't know it.
Right. Okay.
You know,
we got
for-
confirmed.
If
Yeah.
if Mary was reading this book, she would not have known. So we have to assume there are other people in this world.
If she listens to this episode, do you think you'll get a text that's just like, "Hey,
Yeah.
fuck you"?
Yes, but I don't think she's read this book.
That's fair.
So she's not she's not gonna listen to this episode. But yeah, so we did get it. It was like 4 or 5 chapters total of Kazari.
Yeah.
And it was just like to be like, hey, she's not dead.
Right.
Hey, she's not dead. Hey, she still has her little lark to take care of her. Oh, hey,
Right.
that asshole ripped it in half. Like, all that stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess I appreciate like knowing she's not dead, but like, was it necessary?
No, not really. There were no reason. I don't think there was actually a reason to get her point of view, except for
No.
maybe at the very beginning to be like, she's under the, I mean, we had that in the epilogue. So
Yeah. And well, because we had it in the epilogue, I don't think it would have been super weird to just throw in like one Kizari chapter
right.
and just cut the rest of them.
Yeah. It was a long ass book.
Right. And I mean, it was good, but
Yeah.
somebody at the editor's office should have just cut all the extraneous chapters.
Yes, I agree. I was just gonna look at the last chapter or so. We get the like Elo and Devon past. We get that last moment of her being alive
Oh.
and get Kazari being torn away from her because what's his face? Khan's brother.
You're asking a lot of my memory because he's a shithead and he's not around that much.
Right.
It starts with the T.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Tyrock or is that his dad?
Tyrock. No, it's Tyrock.
Okay.
You're right. Tyrock comes in and is like, I know you cheated on me, you whore.
Right.
Now, here's some poison. Die, bitch.
Whoa.
And give me that baby.
Yeah.
Don't worry, she'll never know that you were a whore. Kills Eloin, takes the ether stone off of her head, puts it on this newborn fucking baby.
Everything he does is so uncalled for.
Yeah.
In my mind, and I know you hate this, the ether stone is still just like
Yeah.
the mind stone. And so I just imagine, like, you just imagine all like the weird, like, what is it? Scar wax and like spirit gum involved in sticking it to some baby's head.
Well, in Infinity War,
Yeah.
when Thanos does
I think
grab
this is a new one for our podcast,
grab-
by the way.
grabs the stone from Vision's head,
Yeah.
and then Vision like turns gray and like dies.
Yeah.
I do see that.
Right. Like that's what
Yeah.
happened probably.
Yes. And so they did, like, he came in Tyroth,
Oh,
the TH.
my bad.
Same thing.
My name is better.
Tyrock. Yeah, I agree. Me. So anyway, that happens, and then what we get for the rest of that chapter is Slatra, like,
Mhm.
feeling Eloin's consciousness being ripped from her, tearing into the castle, grabbing Eloin, going up
Right.
to the sky, and then she says something along. Slatra says, except she doesn't give herself to death. Instead, she unbinds that silver ribbon tangled through the fibers of her soul, gently unwinds every loose thread until it's a restless spool urging with the very essence of existence. Then she shifts from behind her ribs, plants it deep in Elwyn's chest, and though it disappears, swallowed by the terminal chasm within her precious little one, she finds quiet peace in the hope that it will take root, that it will grow and pulse life with Elwyn, so that Elwyn has a chance to come back to her own precious little one, so she has the chance to tell her that she loves her. And with that hope blazing in her consciousness, Slotra releases her final icy exhale upon Elwyn's brow before her body turns to stone.
Yeah, can I just say, I'm so glad we got an explanation, okay? It makes a lot of sense. Like a soul for a soul or whatever.
Yeah.
And I cried.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, at the very beginning of this book, I texted you and said,
Yeah.
this book is going to make us cry. And you were like, that's crazy.
Well, I mean, listen, when you got 1,500 pages to try to make people cry with, you're going to succeed eventually.
Yeah, it's true. And then the epilogue, fucking, I knew Serene couldn't be dead.
Yeah.
Because, like, okay, Scavenger King sent her out into the wilderness, but, like, why not just kill her?
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing this?
And the fucks you want to be dead are never dead.
No! And she has her stupid purple tufted coat. And then everything is purple of hers, and I hate it. Uno, though. Uno's a traitor.
Yeah. What the fuck? Do you think the next book's gonna be 2,000 pages long, by the way?
Yes, I do.
Like,
It doesn't come out for another year, so...
Jesus.
Anyway, my second prediction was Rave is going to get back in touch with Ignos and burn this fucker to the ground, and she did do that.
Yeah, I think
But I was thinking, listen, when we made these predictions, we thought this was a duology.
this is true.
And so we were certain that by the end of this,
It would all be over.
it would all be over. And so I was like, oh, this is how she's going to win-win. She did get back
Yeah.
in touch with Ignos. She did burn this fucker to the ground.
You gave me credit for mine, I'll give you credit for yours.
Okay. By the end, the brothers will be in alliance to beat the Scavenger King. Nope.
Lol.
And then I am still on board with my thing that I made partway through the book, which is that when they put the last piece of Slotra back together, she's coming back to life.
Yeah. I think it still feels legit.
Like, I think she's coming back. And I know that was not a thing that, like, you were not like, oh, that sounds like a real thing. But the more we get
No one
Slotra's
you
POV...
immediately told me, but I feel like now, like, why not?
Yeah.
Right?
I think she's got to come back, like, the little string that comes out of Rave or whatever will go back into Slotra, and she'll come back to life.
Seems fair. I like that we both have one that we can bring back in our episode like 18 months from now.
Yes, so long from now. We're going to have to re-listen to this episode.
Oh, yeah.
And be like...
But hey, at least we get to re-listen to this episode and not the whole book.
That's true. It is long.
Yeah.
It is very long. It was like a 26-hour audiobook.
Yeah.
That's
Which
hefty.
is crazy. You want to know how many Kingdom of Ash is?
Do I? 40! Listen, we are so ahead on recording
Yeah, we are.
that, like, we
Go
have
us.
space for me to do some TOG time.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish Project Hail Mary. Then I'm going to reread Sunrise on the Reaping for our 4th of July special.
Yeah, I think I am too, but I'm going to cry.
The whole time. Aiden was reading it the other night.
Is this so hard for you, or have you had a lot of practice with our podcast?
It's hard for me because I don't share a bed with you. So I don't have to, like,
I mean, yeah.
you don't just, like, roll over all teary-eyed and, like, say things to me. Like, you know, you can text me and I can go, oh, yeah. You know, but I
do hate when you do that because I can always feel that you're doing something on the other end of the phone. Yeah. Sunrise on the Reaping up coming soon.
Yeah, dropping on July 4th.
Yeah.
Because when would be a better time to drop that episode
There isn't one.
than on the 4th, on Reaping Day itself.
Yeah. Okay.
So, okay.
Back to this book.
Mm-hmm.
We are getting a third one. It's going to be interminably long.
Yes.
This one was probably like 300 pages longer than it needed to be.
Yes, I think that if I went in and did some edits, I could pull this book
Into like a size that's
a
like,
reasonable size. I did have a lot of ideas about how to stage this one, though.
which is good because we've kind of decided that it can't be
Like, it's
on that same stage at Red Rocks.
It's a separate because that one was a romantasy.
yeah.
This one is an epic fantasy. Here's my idea.
Okay.
So, you know Shakespeare?
I'm familiar, yes.
You aware of what I was Shakespeared, if you will, past tense?
Yeah, Willie Shakes.
Willie Shakes.
My guy.
Your guy Willie Shakes.
Bill.
Yes.
Yeah. What about Bill?
Well, you know Hamlet.
I feel like what you're about to say is exactly what it sounded like in the writer's room of The Lion King.
Yes. Yeah, kinda.
Okay, go.
You know how Hamlet has just like a bajillion points of view?
Yeah.
Kind of. Like
Kind
we
of.
follow like a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
More or less, like we're with Hamlet, but then we're not with Hamlet. And then we're with like Ophelia, but Hamlet's not there. But then at some point we're with Rosengil. And then like, like it's not always where Hamlet is. Like there's that whole chunk of the play where he's like,
Yeah, for sure depends how it's staged, but I do like the way that people exit and we
Yes.
stay.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That.
Okay.
Is my thought for this epic fantasy. Is that it is written maybe not entirely in Shakespearean language,
Yeah.
but like I do think that it needs to be a little Shakespearean.
Yeah, we make it just like a little flowery, a little silly.
Little flowery,
couple
silly.
more dick jokes.
I think there's a good chunk in here.
Yeah, there is.
Actually. So
It's true.
So like it is funny. It's a funny book.
Yeah.
Like in a lot of places, I found myself just like, okay, that especially Pyrock.
Yeah.
Like Pyrock is just this character of sorts. Okay, this is not related to Pyrock. Is related to the book, but not to Pyrock and not to the play. I don't like this thing that fantasy authors are doing, where they've decided that, oh, this chapter's too long. It's time to start another one. But it just starts exactly where the last chapter left off, and it's in the same POV. That's a fan fiction trope.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? Like, there is no, it's not even a cliffhanger.
No, that's true.
Like, just keep writing. Just keep going. This chapter does not need to end right here. It can just keep going until you're done with the thing that makes sense for a chapter to end.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No.
Why are we doing that?
I don't know.
Why does the book need to have 98 chapters?
I don't know. But
Why
what
can't
you
it have
should really
80?
be doing is write like long 8. You wanted this book to be 8 book-sized chapters?
No. No, there were 98 chapters total.
Okay.
It should have been 80 chapters.
80. Okay, listen, because if you divided this book into 8 pieces, that's a whole middle grade series right there.
That is true, and I wouldn't be upset with it, actually.
Yeah.
So, let me talk about my Shakespeare thoughts.
Okay.
Uno is a Shakespeare character.
I mean, yeah.
I don't make the rules. He's just a little plot device.
He is.
He's just a little plot device.
And honestly, like at least half the characters are just little plot devices.
Right. And that's a Shakespeare thing.
It
For
is.
what reason did Shakespeare need that many characters?
Nope.
Hamlet's not the only example.
No.
Think about McBeasy.
I feel like McBeasy doesn't have that many characters.
I don't know. Maybe that's true.
But it's true that he sometimes will write like a play that has the
It's
9
too
characters
many.
it needs to. And a lot of the time he writes a play that has 6 important characters and 19
Yes.
other people.
Think of Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah.
There, when I like remind myself in my brain of the plot of Midsummer Night's Dream, there's at least like 10 scenes that I just leave out because they aren't following
Yeah.
the like main.
But that
Plot
show's
line?
just vibes.
Well, that show is just vibes, and I do
love that one.
It's a good one. It's fine. I don't, but this book just, if we're gonna stage it,
Yeah.
needs to be staged in a traditional, like this is going up in the Globe.
How do you feel about this being Shakespeare in the Park?
Ooh, I do love Shakespeare in
Yeah.
the Park. I like Shakespeare in the Park. We've done lots of things outside.
That's because outside is so cool.
Outside is so cool. Shakespeare in the Park would be so fun.
But
with
let's
like,
plan it like it's in the Globe.
okay, I like the Globe.
It is sort of like a big thrust.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like stadium seating in a big thrust. But like I think this goes in the Globe, and I think that the like I just feel that with the points of view, like staging it like a Shakespeare as traditional as possible.
It's the only way to go.
Yes.
Do you think then that one of the great things that they usually do in a Shakespeare is they wear the same clothes the whole time like a cartoon character?
Mm-hmm.
And that might be important for this book because There's so much going on.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing you need
Mm-hmm.
is to be trying to identify who the fuck that is.
Yes, and I think they all get their own color.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just
Rave
like-
gets red.
Right. Like, where's Rave at? Rave's the one in that red dress she's been wearing
The whole time.
We should probably give her pants.
Yes. Or like a jumpsuit, like a flowy jumpsuit, like fake pants.
Ooh.
Secret pants?
Secret pants!
Secret pants. So, yeah, I think like, and I think really red doesn't actually make a whole lot of sense for her because of
Oh, yeah.
her fear of Ignos, except that it does because of all of her, like, because of the first book, there's a motif there. I think that red
I do like a
would be
maroon.
fine, a maroonish. And then if we put Con in like a blue, that also complements each other because like he's fire, she's ice sort of situation.
Yeah.
And then I think when she is the other, when she's Slatra,
Mhm.
the thing that it says in the book is that her eyes shift. We can't really do that in a space like the globe. I think we could do maybe she has a clothing piece that becomes a hood or something that it's
Sure.
like, here's how we know that she's other.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, Pyrock, he feels like a green guy to me. I don't know.
Do you think?
I think it's because he's redheaded and redheads look good in
They
green.
do look good in green, but he just gives me the weirdest, like, yellow vibes. He'd look awful, but I
He would
don't
look really
care.
bad in yellow.
That's not my problem.
It is if we're having to light him.
Whatever. This is a fake show.
Still have to consider it though.
Okay, so
Okay. Great. So, okay, what's the one that sounds like it shouldn't mean green, but it does?
chartreuse.
Yes. Chartreuse is not green.
It's actually really not green though. It's like, I mean, it's this color,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's this color.
I
So
think chartreuse is like a yellowy green.
yeah, I mean theoretically, but like
Yeah.
because of the way people get things wrong
Mm-hmm.
and the way language develops, like it really depends.
Yeah. You know what else doesn't sound like it is what it is?
Yeah.
Puce.
No, I think it does.
You think puce sounds like what it is what it is?
It's just like a reddish mauve, right?
Yeah, that's not the color puce should be.
Sure it is.
No.
Okay, so anyway.
Puce is
No,
what-
we will
no,
talk about this
no,
forever.
No. Puce Puce is what chartreuse should be.
Nuh-uh.
Yes. Chartreuse should be reddish mauve. And puce should be yellowish green.
That's fucking crazy. So
No,
anyway,
it's true.
it can
Write
be-
into us at Page to Stage Pod on Instagram. Tell us what colors you think puce and chartreuse sound like they should be. Because Maddie's wrong.
So anyway, we have Pyrock and yellow, and then I feel like yeah, I didn't actually have a feeling. I just felt like we should move on.
You're tired of being wrong.
Kizari in purple,
Yeah.
and
With
then
her white hair.
because
Yes,
they're red and blue.
Yes, red and blue make purple. Perfect.
And
Yes.
so then probably also the little one,
Yeah.
just a different purple.
I totally just spaced his name. I know I've said it a whole bunch.
Oh my god, I can't remember either.
Otzi. Nope. Ari. Nope. Ahi. Nope. I know it sounds like it starts with an O, but it doesn't start with an O. It starts with an A. Because I read the last chapter with my balls and I was like, oh no. Avi. There we go.
Yeah.
Avi. It's A-H, not O.
Why would that? Yeah, Avi also in purple maybe for the symbolism.
Yeah, Avi could be in like a light purple, like a
Yeah.
lilac-y. And then Kazari could be in a dark purple.
Yeah.
And then she has to have the diadem with
Right.
the Mind Stone. I do imagine it yellow, I think because of vision.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that it's ever actually specifically stated to be.
I felt like it was black, but maybe that's just because
Yeah.
of what it's called. It doesn't theoretically matter,
Yeah.
but like it could be yellow. Why not?
Yeah. Kalis is going to come out looking like one of the ghosts in Hamlet.
That's right.
And then the Scavenger King is wearing black, I think,
Yeah.
because he's the worst.
Yeah.
The way that how do we differentiate Elowin from Rave in the flashbacky things?
Because Elwyn wears white.
Okay, cool. Can we get her changed from red to white?
Absolutely.
Just put on like a Princess Leia robe?
So if it's secret pants, the thing that you sometimes do with those is it's
A
a
wrap.
wrap. And so if she was wearing a bodysuit
Mm-hmm.
that was the top
Yeah.
and you just pull the tie in the wrap pants and you let them drop,
Uh-huh.
we could just throw like a no waistline white dress
Okay.
on top of the sleeveless bodysuit, and I think it'd be fine.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair. We could do, even if we don't do a dress, like if we just do like kind of like a peasant blouse.
Yeah. Or
Over.
like if we had time, you could just invert the secret pants, like flip them around and white
Yeah,
on the
well,
inside,
or
red on
like
the outside.
if Rave is wearing, maybe we don't invert the secret pants, but we invert the wrap.
Okay.
Like on one side of the wrap is red,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just pull it around the other side. It's attached like on one hip,
Okay.
and then you like if you pull it clockwise, like, ready? This is a visual bit. So if this is wrapped like this, but it's attached here, when you pull it this way and pull it around this way, all of a sudden it now has white. Like,
In theory, yes. In sewing construction, you're naked now.
well, you wear pants under it.
But
Like, it's the secret pants.
How are you planning to reattach the white part?
It's just attached like on the hip of the pants. So like, say these are my secret pants.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a visual bit where she's all the way up using pieces of fabric to demonstrate.
This little guy is attached right here.
Right, okay.
My secret skirt. I have my secret pants on. I'm not naked.
Yeah.
This goes this way and ties here, and it's red. If it goes this way and ties here, this side is white.
So you're suggesting that she wear a skirt over the pants the whole time? Okay.
For the changing of the colors.
That feels fair.
Okay. And we could do the same thing on the top, where if it wraps over one shoulder, it's red, but if it wraps over the other, like it could be really easy.
Yeah.
And I think with the amounts of points of view that happen, it would be fine for her to step off stage for a moment.
Absolutely.
For us to come back and be like, oh, see Rave, or see her grabbing like the stone from her icy lake.
Yeah.
And then crack it open, bolts of lightning. Elowen's here now.
Right. Hi, Elowen.
Hi, Elowen, you're here now.
Hi, Elowen, with your
Elowen.
stupid name. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Since it's in the Globe and we're doing a very traditional Shakespeare.
Yes.
Do you want weird lighting?
No.
Yeah.
No, I think that, I mean, the Globe now has a full light plot.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, like, we could do color stuff and everything, but I feel like if we keep it traditional Shakespeare,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't necessarily need it.
No.
Especially if it's modern English, just Shakespeare structure.
Yeah. I think it would maybe be more powerful to just have like lighting so you can see them.
Blackouts,
Are
lights
we
up. That's it.
scoring it because the Globe has like a little minstrel pit
Mm-hmm.
that we could put a band in?
Hmm.
We did score the first one,
We
but
scored
that's
the
because it was
first
at Red
one.
Rocks.
Yeah. Like
And
a
it was
guy
very
with
musical.
a fiddle.
Okay, good. So we can just like do like intense moments.
And then like
I don't
like
think
happy
fiddles do that,
moments.
fam. Sure. Yeah, okay. I hear you.
For like happy moments, like a little string quartet maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Like not like a full score.
No.
Like this one doesn't get fully scored. This is like OG Shakespeare.
Yeah.
It's one guy playing 4 different instruments.
That sounds fine.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I think that's pretty simple. The Globe is pretty cool. Set wise, I just don't even think, I think that it's mainly,
They don't really do them.
no. Like they have
Set dressing.
set dressing and they have like
They'll paint the backdrop.
paint the backdrop and call it good.
And I feel like that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like really it's going to be up to the actors to carry the, hey, we're in a prison cell.
Right.
And maybe we could have a prison cell.
It
Like,
should be totally doable. The thing that the Globe usually has, I'm not super clear on whether they are built in or just like almost always on the stage because of how Shakespeare plays work, are these pillars
mm-hmm.
that sort of separate areas without
Yeah.
actually separating anything.
And then we could do lighting in areas, area lighting rather, but not like fancy gobos.
No, just like darker over here.
Darker over
brighter
here because we're paying attention here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those pillars I think would work really well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, costumes, big color thing. They pretty much never change unless they have multiple characters associated with their person.
Yeah.
Props.
The diadem's going to be important.
Yeah.
The dragon scale blades
Yeah.
are going to be important.
And they should be really cool looking, I feel.
If there's anything Shakespeare times had, it was weapons.
Yeah.
I think the little parchment larks ended up being a big motif throughout this because it was how we ended up with some information. If you think back all the way to the first book where she had Nay, and she was like just carried this little parchment lark around and then finally turned its return fold and was like, send it back.
Yeah. The little parchment larks did make me think of Manacle every time.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
They're so cute though. I just imagine them like origami swans.
Okay.
But fluttering.
Yeah.
So I like the parchment larks, and I think that there are probably ways to make them happen, but also just like a person in all black with a fishing pole.
I think the Globe has actually a pretty legit fly system.
Okay.
I've seen a taped production of A Midsummer Night's Dream, and they have Oberon just like jumping around. And admittedly, this guy was jacked.
Yeah.
He possibly was mostly just catching these pillars.
Sure.
However, clearly also want to fly.
Yeah.
So we could dangle stuff.
Yeah, we could totally dangle stuff. And it's easy enough to like put pulley system and like, hey, this is going to fly in.
Yeah.
Like you put it across and it just like flutter and then you do,
Yeah,
like,
and it's like they move a lot. Like you just move it back and forth and like up and down just a little bit.
Gets to the person.
Yeah.
But that was a really big thing. I mean, that was how a lot of differing people were found, or we ended up with a lark and they were emotional fodder.
They were emotional fodder, but I loved when they're like first hearing about the Moonfalls and she steals somebody else's mail.
Yes.
And it attacks her.
It's a felony.
It's a felony.
You can't open other people's mail. Yes, I do love that. She was like, I need to know what's happening.
That's what I expect to happen every time I open like my mom's mail. Like,
it's gonna fight you.
Right. We'll be in the same house and she'll be like, what's in there? And I'll open it. And in my head, I just think like, they're gonna come get me. And it mentioned like tons of little paper cuts. And all I could think about for the rest of the scene was like, ow.
Howie, your fingies are so sore now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did love that. I thought there was a lot of really good character moments throughout this book. Like I know that like at first we were like, I don't know about this, but I really enjoyed it.
No, I think so. Yeah.
So there were a lot of really cute moments. There were like even when really horrible things were happening, Con and Rave and Avi got kidnapped by Sareem and taken to the Scavenger King. That's happening, but then you skip to Pyrock's chapter.
Yeah.
And it's just Pyrock and Essie like playing house with this baby dragon.
Yeah.
Like Essie's like, yeah, I have some meat upstairs, and like goes and gets just like some raw meat for this baby dragon. And he's like, where did you get that from? And she's like, I had it upstairs. And he's like, that is so weird that you just had it upstairs.
This is just your Jester voice, but like throaty.
Yes, it is. That is what it is. I mean, that's kind of what sometimes it was French, and sometimes it was Russian, and sometimes it was today's best favorite animal. I don't know.
This is the This Will Be Fun discussion all over again.
It is. But it's true.
It is true.
Like, it was very funky. But it was good.
Entertainment value for sure.
Oh, every time I got to those chapters, I just laughed. Like, even if it wasn't funny, like at one point he was like, she went out into the mist. Where did she even go? I think she might be dead. And you could tell like he was really concerned, but I wasn't. Like
yeah.
I was laughing. So yeah. Okay. Props, lights, sounds.
I think we did it,
We did it. Set.
Yeah.
Shakespeare.
You know, the thing is, every time we don't know what to do for an episode, I'm like, Shakespeare rom-com. And we never do because it's like a lot of work.
Right.
But like, maybe this is a Shakespeare rom-com.
It's not a rom-com.
I know.
But it is a Shakespeare, so we're getting closer.
Yeah.
It is a Shakespeare. It is a one group walks off stage, another group walks on stage, and all of a sudden we're somewhere else because there were just so many shifting points of view.
Yeah, this is arguably like one of the historical plays.
Yes, this is a historical play for their wherever they live. Where do they live? Erythia? All right, let's do a segment.
This is In Between Weenies.
In between your weenie.
In Between Weenies is our segment where we tell you what we were reading alongside or before or after the book that we read for this podcast.
In betweeny.
In
if
between
you will.
our other books. And I read Much Ado About Nothing by, Bill.
Bill himself. It works out really well that she read this.
Yeah.
I would never willingly read a Shakespeare.
What do you mean?
I
Okay,
hate
actually, the thing
Shakespeare,
about that one is that it's hilarious.
It is, but it takes so much brain.
Oh, no, not true. I read it in 4 hours inside of a Lowe's.
Oh, why? Were you inside of a Lowe's for 4 hours?
My dad and my brother were like, do you want to come in the car? Like you might ask a dog.
Yes. And you were like, right?
Right. I was like, okay. So I got in the car. And I knew that they were picking up supplies from my brother's closet that they have been renovating.
Yeah.
Because it didn't have any shelves or hanger racks. And so we get there, and I'm like, they probably just forgot something.
Yeah.
And then they get out this big cart. And I got to ride on it, so, that's good.
You just sat on it and listened to Much Ado About Nothing?
No, I stood on it and read the paper book.
Oh.
People kept giving me the wildest looks, and I had a great time.
That sounds like a fun time, not being in Lowe's for 4 hours, though.
No. But I did read the whole play.
Okay.
Really funny.
Yes.
Feels like lots of rom-coms started there. This is the OG Enemies to Lovers.
Yes. Okay.
Would recommend.
Okay.
Also, I told you I was cleaning in my closet and I needed a quick audiobook.
Yes.
And nothing is quicker than 3 hours.
That's so true. You see a 3-hour audiobook and you're like, oh, it's like 7 pages.
Right. So I listened to The Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyon.
Okay. I've never heard of it.
Yeah. It was a good little Victorian time.
Ooh. Did you like it?
I did like it. There are 8, 10. There's a lot. And they just get longer. Like, this one was 3 hours. The last one's like 15.
Okay.
So I don't know how committed I am.
Sure. Are they fun, though?
I don't know. My aunt wrecked them to me.
Okay. Your aunt that you wrecked Fourth Wing to?
Yeah, that's the one. I didn't recommend that to her. She saw it on my bookshelf and said, hey, I've heard that's good. Can I borrow it? And I said,
no.
Yeah.
You said, hang on, I need to censor it first. Please give it back to me.
Oh
Don't look at it, and then they kiss.
Yeah.
Then that's what this whole page is, this whole chapter, and then they kiss. That's it. Oh my god, okay. Continue, never mind.
Well, I was going to say, she usually has good taste, but she also loves Jane Eyre.
Ooh.
Which is like not...
Who loves Jane Eyre?
Yeah, great question.
Okay.
What are you going to say?
This morning I woke up, and I was scrolling on Facebook. What? What is your
I just
face?
feel like I'm going to need this.
I was scrolling on Facebook because it's who I am. I was laying there and I was scrolling. And there popped up this ad for, like, basically dramatized fan fiction, more or less. Like, it's this app that I guess just has, like, stories, but they're all acted by these people, and they're really poorly acted. Like, they're not good. I bet I can find
Acted in like a low budget TV way? Like, what do you mean acted?
Yes. Like,
okay.
Real people, low budget TV. And I was like, okay. And so I just, like, basically watched like 12 of these.
What?
And listen, it was like
12 is a lot.
I know. I didn't watch the whole thing either, which was the problem because you had to get the app and pay for the app in order to get the full story. They were bad. Like, really bad. And like 2 of them were the same actors but a completely different plot.
Okay.
And they were from 2 different apps. I cannot believe that I've been scrolling this long and it's not popped up. Because I literally could not scroll more than 5 seconds. I almost sent you one, but then I was like, no. We're not doing that. And so instead of reading this morning, my weenie was indeed watching these clips of like stupid low budget app stories. There was this one that I watched. Like, I think I could tell you the whole plot of the whole thing.
Good.
Basically, I didn't watch the whole thing because it always cuts off right at the like moment that you're like, what happens next? Because it wants you to get the app.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna get the app. But I just kept scrolling, kept finding them, and it was this one, and I don't even know her name. There was this lady,
'Kay.
and it started with her running into the street and scooping this child up who was about to get hit by a car.
Okay.
And she was like, "Where are your parents?" And then this old man comes over and is like, "Miss Hawthorne," and is like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "Are you this child's like parent?" And he's like, "No, I'm her butler." And then they like walk over to this limo.
Forgive. This is the plot of Jessie.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
But not, because she then goes over to this car where this child's dad is.
Yeah.
And it turns out this child's dad is the richest man in the country or
Sure.
something. And Mr. Hawthorne. And he's on the phone. And so we get to see him on the phone for a little bit. And it's his doctor being so stupid. It's his doctor being like, "I'm sorry, sir. Your tactile arousal syndrome is just too advanced for the medication we have available. The only way to fix it is if you get into a monogamous relationship, so then so you can just bang one woman
Is
all
this
the time."
fuck or die?
And so she comes up and she like slams her hands on the window and is like, "Is work too important to take care of your kid?" To which the child goes, "Mommy?" To which the dad goes, "She's never said a word in 7 years."
What?
It's her first word. She's been mute her whole life. And then he goes, "This is gonna sound crazy, but," and like, you know that he's about to ask her to like marry him.
Yeah.
And she goes, "I'm sorry, my husband's calling me," and picks up the phone, and she goes, and then like closes it and shows like, "This is my husband and my son," and her husband's in a wheelchair. And she's like, "This, like, I gotta go home." And he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're married and with a kid." Then she's working 4 separate jobs. And so she goes to this job, and then she ends up at this party where her husband is with another lady, and she almost slaps the other lady, and he stands up and gets in between them. And she's like, "You're not paralyzed?" And he was like, "No, I'm rich, and I needed to make sure you weren't just a gold digger." And she was like, "We've been married for 7 years." And then he's like, "Yeah, you passed, yay."
That's crazy.
And then she goes outside where
Does
her
she get
child
custody of her
is.
kid?
Well, here's the crazy part.
Okay, fine.
It hasn't happened yet.
Uh-huh.
She goes outside to where the kid is, and he's like, "I've had to pretend to be poor for 7 years because of you. I hope," and she was like, "Your dad and I are getting divorced." And he's like, "Good, I never want to see you again," and shoves her in the
Holy
pool.
shit!
And she can't swim. And so she's like drowning in this pool, to which the rich man, the richest man in the world.
Right, the one with the erectile whatever.
Tactile arousal syndrome.
Yeah, what the fuck ever. The one with hard dick disease.
He shows up.
Yeah.
And dives in and saves her, and then she wakes up in his house, and he like presents her with this contract that's like, I hear you're getting divorced. This is very serendipitous for me. Like, you should marry me once that is finalized.
Yeah.
Because I have a very rare disease that requires a woman's touch, and my daughter needs a mom, and yeah. And so it's just crazy. Like, it was just absolutely nuts.
I feel like these were targeted at you specifically as a person. Because I probably would never have clicked on it, and I don't mean that in a criticism way.
It was just in my reels, and I was like, "This is crazy. I want to see what happens." And then I did, and then it was like, "Oh, you like these? Let me show you different clips of this same story." And that's how I got so many of the clips. Except that, listen, then I got this one clip of that same story where she was like, "I helped you 7 years ago. Why can't I help you now?" So like, I don't know what happened in between the 7 years in that 7 years, because when I last left our heroes, she was agreeing to his contract.
Yeah.
And then the next one was like, let me help you again. I helped you 7 years ago. And it's like, oh, okay, so this contract ended? Like, what do you mean?
I don't think it's been 7 more years. I think that she's his daughter's mom. They're talking 7 years back.
She didn't seem to know him at all.
Maybe she doesn't think so.
Amnesia?
Would you be surprised?
No. The other one I watched was a hockey fic. Where the main girl, well, actually there are 3.
Okay.
But this main girl, there were actually 4, because there were 2 hockey fics. One of which I was really confused about, because she was like, I was looking for my brother's dorm and I stumbled into this one.
Right.
And then like this guy was there and it was her brother's rival or whatever. But then later he was like, why don't you want to hang out with me? And she was like, well, I only like Sam. And he was like, your brother? And I was like, wait, is she just saying that to like shove him off, or does she actually have a crush on her brother?
That's crazy.
That was crazy. And then separately, same 2 actors. This is one that had the same 2 actors, also hockey related. Her boyfriend cheated on her with her roommate.
Sure. Classic.
And then she was like, she found his hockey rival, who was like, listen, I hate him, you hate him.
Let's fuck about it.
Let's get revenge.
Yeah.
By pretending to fuck about it.
Oh please.
Yeah, it was a fake dating. It was a fake dating one.
Fake dating is a good trope.
Fake dating is the best trope.
But that's not what it's meant for, in my personal opinion.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, they were fake dating for revenge. And then the roommate kicked her out. She was like, you slept with the enemy. What did you expect? And like kicked her out of the dorm. And so then she went and lived with her fake boyfriend.
Right.
Who was wearing this slutty crop top. I actually was all there for it. He was he was definitely like my age in real life, playing this like 19 or 20-year-old. He was real hot in this like slutty crop top and his like
good for you.
Was like, good for you, sir. Like I was like, okay, I get it. You're way hotter than her ex. And then the other one I watched.
This is a lot. Do you know how long this weenie's gonna be?
We'll cut all of it.
You're gonna cut all of you talking about this?
Yeah, we don't need to tell the world. The other one that I watched was these childhood best friends, and she was like, "You have to teach me how to have sex because I don't know how."
How old were they?
Like in their college.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, "I have this crush on Joshua, and I need to get him to have sex with me, and I don't know how. So like, I need you to be my sex ed teacher." And he was like, "Okay." And she was like, "One rule, no kissing." And they're gonna fall in love.
Yeah.
So anyway. The rich man one was the craziest.
Yeah.
So when inevitably I find it, don't you worry, I will send it to you.
No.
No, I will. You're welcome.
Okay, thanks.
Anytime. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't read anything, but I did. Oh, here it is. It's called His Cure, His Wife. Cheated on by her husband. Irene is rescued by billionaire Sebastian.
That is the name of the worst 800-word Nina Dragon joke you could ever write.
Anyway, this is on Drama Wave, if anybody would like to join the app. Yeah. Okay, bye.
Our editing on Page to Stage is done by Emma.
Our music is by A Strange Mood Productions. Thank you for building us these sick beats.
If you want to contact us, that's at Page to Stage Pod on Instagram, or you could send us an email at pagetostagepod@gmail.com. Our Instagram is run by a tiny feral raccoon. We love her a lot.
And we love you a lot. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, it's like, no! This is a felony! You can't open someone else's mail!